All right, we're back. It's your host, Poe. And, I got things to talk about. I know a lot of stuff I'll be saying sound repeated it. I mean, like I'm repeating it. Um, but it's some stuff I'm just trying to keep pushing. I'm trying to keep pushing. It's not a narrative, so to say, but I'm trying to keep pushing things. And hopefully everybody catch on and they help push what I'm trying to do. Let me check and see what YouTube looking like. This might not be a long show because boxing matches on tonight, and I gotta support my my North brother, Shakur Stevenson. No, he's not really my brother, but I'm just saying he's from North. The Brick City. Let me see what y'all want to know who I got tonight. I got Shakur Stevens. I got it's gonna be with Keyshawn Davis. I got him, but that fight, I don't know. That layoff. People don't realize this is a big thing I get in arguments with casual people. Layoffs mean something. I prefer for a person to come back and have a light touch, so to say. A light touch, that means an easier opponent. Get your feet wet, and then you get in there and start messing with the people that are dangerous. A lot of people don't feel that way because they're not in the ring. A lot of these so-called fans, they do not care about these boxers. They do not care about these boxers or their livelihood or whatever. What's up, Leafy? Leafy in the house. We got pound for pound boxing in here. We got Boxing Lounge. Oh, you in here? We missed you 2 or 3 days this week, Boxing Lounge. I think because the way I did it, I didn't do my regular 3-hour shows. And you probably came in right after because I cut it short. I think this week I had like a 6-hour show. I don't even know if you showed up to that one. The one with the beast. So how was your day, Leafy? How was your day, Boxing Lounge? I'm going to give a shout out to Don D 205. You can see him on Instagram. He's on Twitch. And he's on Twitter, X. It's Don D 205. He do shows. He should put up a Don D. You got to put up your time. He do his shows. Far as with me, it's like 12:30 or 12:20 my time. It's going pretty good. Just a bit tired since we had a tough workout last night and got some good sparring in. When you tired from a workout, you know you did a good workout. I'd rather be tired than not being tired, because that means I didn't really do anything. I used to work myself until I was tired, and when I come home, I'm knocking out, or basically don't want to do anything else. That's when I know I did a good workout. So I remember when I was in training camp with Shannon Briggs, I used to I think it was early in the day, because when we used to go to the gym is when my trainer got off of work. and he got off work like 4:30. Yeah, about 4:30. So that's when he used to come and pick us up and everything. But when I used to spar Shannon, we used to spar sometime 10 o'clock, sometime 12 o'clock. And then I used to go to the gym again. I used to go to the gym again, and sometimes I spar again. So I used to be tired at the end of the night. But me, they used to say I used to work too hard. Well, you see some of my pictures of when I went to, especially when I went to England, I looked at thin. I look like I was a crackhead. No disrespect to the people that got off of the crack. Yeah. No disrespect to the people that, going through problems or family members going through problems. I just make an analogy. I could have said anemic, but that people would have found a way to make that a bad thing. Let me see. Dad, I erased something. I closed one of my things that I pulled that had left open with my script. Yeah, let me see. Yeah, I was trying to remember my picks that I picked for tonight. I got Keyshawn Davis and Shakur Stevens, definitely. All right, I got it. Oh yeah, there's some I wanted to talk to you about Leafy. Well, I'll talk to you in private. But I'm gonna allude to it on here. But I'm gonna go deeper in with you on in private. You can't let people change your vision, and that whole thing of you have to be a boxer to create a boxing game. That's crazy. That's crazy for someone to even think like that. My thing is boxers should be in the studio, or you have historians and stuff like that in the studio. But for somebody to say you have to be a boxer to be able to make a game is the craziest thing ever. Because if we look at past video games, a lot of them didn't have the athletes in the studio. And my thing is, in this day and age, we have too much material that you can have references to. Because even though you didn't box, you got YouTube, you have film studies, you have all these things that you can replicate. If you look at it and you look at what you made and you see that they're not the same, you know it's not the same. So visually, you can see it. Me as an artist, I know if you can see something visually and it doesn't look the same, it's not the same. So you don't have to be that a part of that sport to replicate it. That's how I feel. Other people might take other they feel different about it. But if they keep feeling that way, we will never get a boxing game. We will never get a boxing game. Because you're hoping that a studio find a lot of boxers who went to school to develop. That don't make no sense to me. I'm very passionate, but I'm not stupid about it. I'm very passionate. I'm passionate than the most passionate person you could say in this community. Because they're not going as deep into things as I'm going into it. A lot of people like to dismiss me because I do what they are too lazy to do. They always be like, oh, Paul, you being over the top. You're this, you're that. You think you know everything. Maybe if you read and study and try to get the information like I do. It's like me telling a reporter, hey, you think you know everything. Didn't I just interview this guy that you saw that I interviewed? You know, stuff like that. Let me see who popping in. What's up, Leafy? What's up, Leafy?
Hey, folks. How's it going?
All right. Yeah, what I was trying to tell you, don't let somebody tell you that because you didn't do a sport, you shouldn't try to replicate it. I keep hearing that from certain people. You know, that it makes no sense to me. And it's
Yeah.
I would think somebody like me would be saying something like that, but I won't. It don't make no sense. If you're being logical, it doesn't make sense. All developers are not skilled in everything that they're trying to replicate. What's going on with, oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I was trying to tell you. I'm not trying to I was like I was talking to somebody and they were saying basically what, yeah, they talk to you and stuff like that. But my thing is, stop telling people that they shouldn't make something because they didn't do it. That's crazy. That's crazy. My thing is, somebody should guide them. They should look for people to help them. It's too much material out there. Yeah. So, what was your day like? What was your day like
today?
Yeah.
Well, I slept in a little bit, because I was tired and sore from my workout yesterday. And then I went up to my grandma's house for a little bit. Then I came back, and then the TV wasn't working, so now I'm just cooped up upstairs, and I decided to just pop on the podcast for a little bit.
Okay.
And
Appreciate that.
yeah,
We got a couple of people in here today. I'm precisely. You a Teal fan? Okay. Let me see. What's up, Made Plays? You changed your name again. Yeah, Made is in the house today. Let me see. Exactly. That's Made said this right thing. Scorsese wasn't a made man and still made the best movies, mafia movies. Exactly. My thing is everything because Scorsese, he did his homework on what they were. That's the thing. It's homework. It's homework. People always be like, hey, you can't make this, you can't do this because of that. No, I don't do that. The thing is, you bring people into the studio. If you don't know it, you let them see it. But a real artist, he look at what he did and what it looked like. A person that makes a movie that's true to life, they make sure they get the scenery and everything about the movie to look like what they was trying to create. That's a good artist. Let me see. May said, can't lie. Teal has the skill to get it done. I don't know if he will, but he definitely capable. Yeah. Teal definitely does because he's unorthodox. An unorthodox boxer can always pull something out. Because
Yeah, I think Teofimo could get it done. He just has to
yeah,
be careful about it. He just
yeah,
gotta pick his shots and time it right.
yeah. I think it's like Teal can pull the upset, but I got to go with my hometown brother. Yeah, I'm not. Don't what made people not really like Teal too because some of the things he said in the past, and he like allude to like he's not going to like the stop saying it, or he's not going to retract what he said. He always beat around the bush about it. Yeah, so I can't. That's crazy for me. I'd be like Django on the movie what's called if I sit up there and say, hey, I like Teofimo, even if I know for a fact that Teal is gonna blow Shakur out, I'm not gonna be for him because just because of that. Yeah, people don't like Teal personally. Yeah, like B said, Bo, you gotta pull away from your emotions with stuff. You gotta if somebody no, if I don't like a boxer, I don't like them. I don't care what skill set they got, I don't like them.
Yeah.
I don't
I mean, yeah, it doesn't
I
matter
don't
like
like
how good they are. Like if you're not a fan of them,
yeah.
you're never gonna like them. You're never gonna
Yeah,
like them.
like Mike Tyson. People just didn't like Tyson. Tyson was fun to watch, even though I didn't like the things that he did, like outside of boxing. I try to leave that outside of boxing.
Yeah.
He said yeah, people don't like Teal personally, which I can understand. But if I'm making a boxing assessments, I gotta be real. I get that. I don't know none of them personally, so I just like to keep it boxing myself. Yeah, that's what Beast be saying, but I can't sit up there that's like me saying I don't like somebody, but he just beat the mess out of my brother. Even though he's a good to other people, but he just beat the brakes off my brother. Nah, I don't like you. But nah, Teal definitely a clown laughing out loud. Yeah. But one thing about a counterpunch, but that's one thing we can't take away from Shakur Stevens. A counterpuncher always have the you got to always worry about somebody that's a great counterpuncher. And he's like, I think after Floyd, I think Shakur is the best counterpuncher out there right now. It could be a boring fight too. That's what I was telling people. The fight can be boring because Teal sometimes he'll
Yeah.
wait. Teal becomes a counterpuncher. Let me see. My heart hope Shakur win. My brain says Teal can do it. Yeah. So let me see what else going to talk about. Oh yeah, the PlayStation Plus. This is the conversation that we gotta talk about.
Oh
What
boy.
the heck is going
It's
on? This is where games go to die when they're like on their last leg. No, even though some games they're still active and they get on the PlayStation Plus, but still City, they're trying to trick people into thinking this game is better than what it is. They want
yeah,
the
and
game.
they posted that tutorial of how to play their game.
Yeah, that's
Like
crazy. That right there said a lot.
what are we doing?
Yeah,
What are we doing?
people been begging for tutorials in the beginning, and then they say,
Yeah.
we'll give it to them now because everything's dying out. They giving us everything except for what we really want at the last minute.
Mm-hmm.
So when are we going to hit?
They're done with this game.
Yeah.
They're done
So
with Undisputed 1. They're trying to teach the new people how to play.
yeah, exactly. So when are we going to hear anything about Undisputed 2?
Probably after February. I'd say after it drops on PlayStation Plus, they'll announce that Undisputed 2 is going to come out in November of this year. Because they can't keep this game alive for another 2 years. They're gonna
I can't see it. I
yeah,
can't see
they're
them.
just gonna release Undisputed 2. Well, I mean, they still have that ESPC base that was made in Unreal Engine 5. And I think personally, Undisputed 1 was put on Unity just to get more money for ESPC. And then Undisputed 2 is gonna be ESPC, what we've been wanting.
I hope so.
Kind of like just pull in more funds, pull in more money, and then boom, drop Undisputed 2.
Yeah, because my thing
I'm
is
telling you guys,
that
10 more months. 10 more months. Actually,
yup,
9.
yup. Let me see. Yo, I can't lie. I stay out of Undisputed business, but that tutorial was crazy. The timing. Risky move putting Undisputed on PlayStation Plus. So many people will see how bad it is now. Yup. The more people that see it, how bad it is now, they didn't get it when we got it, when we first got it, like that first year. They getting when it's like real bad. So that's a risky move. I've been trying to move on, but drop the vid was cause vid was crazy, and obvious we have moved on. I'm precisely laughing at Leafy. I'm amazed that Undisputed haven't dropped more DLC yet. No, I'm not surprised because their thing is
Yeah, no.
if they drop more DLC, it's gonna the game broke. If you because they keep saying in that interview, every time they drop something, it breaks the game. So if they keep trying to add stuff or add new styles or add anything, it's gonna break the game. I don't
Yeah,
know.
it's not great.
Yeah. What's up, Shaolin Phrase? Yeah, Leafy laughing out loud. His reaction at Precise. Um, unless they've been working on it since 2024, I highly doubt that. They just started hiring on people last year for the Unreal Engine 5. I think they put it on PS Plus as kind of olive branch. They know it ain't going to get more hype for a game, so they just offer free. It hopes of player regard. No, the reason why this is what I be telling people. The reason why they're putting it on PlayStation Plus is because the investors, the shareholders, and the publishers. It makes it seem like they're getting more numbers. When you get on PlayStation Plus, it's going to show that all these people got it. And what it's going to be, it's going to be deception because it's people that bought PlayStation Plus already, not for the game. They bought it just to get the PlayStation Plus. But that goes like they bought the game. Mike Adams said, "You think Undisputed is done? It's been done. Undisputed been done." Yeah,
That's why they're
investors.
so quiet in their own Discord server.
Yeah, they're too quiet. You know it's
Yeah,
bad
they haven't said
is
anything for over a month.
yeah, and you know it's crazy when Jay Shep had to take off from doing his videos for art to make a video for them. Jay Shep had more for making videos for art. Let me see. People gonna play just cause they see the game tab on PlayStation Plus for free. Yeah, that's gonna make the numbers look good. That's crazy to abandon the Discord too. Yeah, they abandon it. And they
Do
come
you think
in
they're gonna
there.
make are they gonna make, do you think they'll make a new Discord for Undisputed 2 and have us all join that to leave behind like the drama or history of the first Discord server?
No, I don't think they're gonna do that.
Alright, alright.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna do that. It will be funny if they do that.
Yeah, no. That'd be,
They took my
I don't know.
commander of Arc Raiders squad time. Laughing out loud. Oh yeah, he talking about he took Jay Shep. My full-time friendly commander, Jay Shep. I heard the community managers are ghosting in Discord now. SEI. Yeah, they are. They come in like I see Saf up there, but I don't see nobody else. But I'm pretty sure they're still there. We just can't see them. And they're not doing anything in the Discord. They're not even talking. That's why I say that shows that they don't have experience in doing this. No, me, I have experience in all these things. Even when still, EA, they were they put the game out and everything. I still kept the community going. They don't know how to keep the community going. They can't with this game. This game has nothing to like really talk a whole lot about. Let me see. May said nah,
Nope.
because people will
It's
follow.
just
Good.
no, it's just they're trying to recycle content that's already out there. Like the DLC was just boxers that had generic movesets
Yeah.
that everyone else had, and you didn't need to really buy them. You could just get the same experience with a created fighter.
Yeah.
And now we're just making like a tutorial for your game a year after you launch it on console. That's not no.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's not the move.
May said nah, because people will follow to the new Discord and talk crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people lurk on Discord servers. Yup. Join and don't engage or interact. Yup. I would rather leave a server. You think there'll be any new DLC or updates? Nope. I can't see it. If they're gonna do it, they'd have spoke about it and gave us something. I rather for
Especially
those.
when they had to do a hot fix for a hot fix. I think
Mhm.
that's when they're gonna, that's when they had to stop doing updates out of
Yup.
fear they'd have to do
That
multiple
took
hot fixes for one update.
Yeah, that tells you there was a problem once they had to do that, something like that. That was crazy. He
Mm.
said, even though there's nothing to update, but they still have a lot of boxes and they're resigning boxes. That shows you how backwards they are. They was taking so long that they had to renegotiate contracts they already had signed. Boxers got mad because they had to wait so long. Let me see.
Yeah.
Games still mess up, but I'm just saying. Yeah. They could have at least gave Shakur and time it for today, not a tutorial. Yeah, but the thing with them is they're not going to add any extra things, even though they got to make Shakur's moveset look like it goes with Shakur. They figured out what I told them in the beginning. If you make
Wait for
boxers, yeah, if you make boxers that fight like themselves, the DLC will sell better. But if you just
yeah, for
selling
sure.
DLC just to be selling it, it's not going to sell.
Nope. It's just a lazy cash grab to
Yup.
milk that cow a little bit more.
He said, Leafy,
Uh
you seen the clip of Roy fighting with his back turned?
like an
Said, what?
undisputed, like a glitch for undisputed, like online undisputed? Or is this in a fight where he was trying to punch with that one? It makes sense. So I'm assuming it's a glitch in undisputed.
Yeah. Let me see. Mike Adams said, hot fix for the hot fix. That was so funny. The whole game has been bad coded, and it is. I said it. He said it in that conference he had with the content creators.
The problem with that is they changed a simulation foundation to a casual foundation, and they're building a casual leaning game off of a realistic foundation. So that's
Yeah.
obviously going to break a lot of systems if you're trying to dumb it down
Yeah.
while you're like after early access. Because 0.1 was pretty good in realism, and then it's tried to cut it down for launch so it'd be casual friendly and to maximize how many people would buy it and play it. But that
Yeah,
didn't
that's
work
true.
out.
That's what they were saying about the coding. When you talk to what's his name? Ubisoft or something. What's
Oh
it
yeah,
like?
yeah. Yeah, OBSI or OBSI,
Yeah.
OBSI. He said like the code was like spaghetti code, and there was like multiple scripts that had all the same functions in it. So he had to really like dig down deep and try to figure out like what they all corresponded to. But yeah, no, when we looked at it on that asset pack editor, it was all a bunch of slop.
So they
Nothing makes sense.
yeah. So what Ash was saying was basically the truth when the people were saying everything looked messed up. And that right there should
Yeah.
right when he said that, he like Ash tells a lot of truths, but a lot of people don't catch on. He literally was saying that the game was messed up, but people keep asking for DLC. It's not going to make things fix. They think, hey, if
Nope.
we get DLC, at least we get the DLC. No, it's going to mess the game up more.
Yeah.
Let me see. May said if they would have thought about it a minute ago or had him ready, then drop today on this fight day. Nah, I can't. I can't see them wasting the non-resources because they're not wasting resources on anything. It seems like they doing is wasting time playing other games. Because when I see the
Yeah.
guys, when I see them in the Discord, they playing other games. My thing is, you got to make it look good at least, and you know you in the Discord. Make it look like you working on Undisputed. Let
Yeah.
that
Come on.
show up. Let that show up. We'll be like, oh, they working on the game, even though they probably not.
Yeah. Let's see. Mike Adams. Oh yeah, Mike Adams was talking about the clip, like the Ghost Punches clip. Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with Undisputed, man. The game's just so bad. Like they made it a casual, friendly game, and then everything is just broken.
Uh,
Like, what are you doing?
and I'm scared because
Just
I'm thinking that Undisputed 2 might be a hybrid arcade heavy game. I think it's
they're
going to
just gonna
be,
do Fight Night Champion. They're gonna reproduce Fight Night Champion with
yeah,
all the new, all the new fighters, new roster, new venues, same control scheme. Undisputed shares like a similar control scheme to Fight Night Champion, like the base control scheme that you get.
yeah,
So yeah, we're cooked. It's not
yeah,
looking good, man.
yeah. And I can't see them selling 1 million copies. Everybody keeps saying no, they still gonna sell the same amount. I can't see it. Not in one
Nope.
week. Not in 1 week.
Probably 10 years. Ten
Just like
years to
Fight
sell a
Night
million
took.
copies.
It took Fight
Yeah, they're
Night that
following the
long.
wrong footsteps.
Yeah,
They're doing the wrong things. I saw on that tutorial video they said, or they pinned a comment saying basically the whole fan base is cancer and this game is great, keep it up. And they pinned it and they hearted it for everyone to see. And then all the other comments were saying, hey, why don't you guys fix your game? You guys are talking about how to teach us how to play the game, but your game is broken and there's a bunch of cheese. So we try to learn how to play the game and people are just leaning back, holding the power button down, looking for a counter, and they're just waiting. It's
yeah.
like it's intentional. They're trying to
It is.
brainwash us. Like I'm not
Yeah,
trying to get like weird about it, but it's just like they're trying to like shut us up and make us play a broken game.
yeah.
Like by you
100%.
highlighting a comment praising a broken product that you've made, you're just trying to make people shut up about it. You're like, oh
Yeah,
yeah, see this guy likes it, but why doesn't everyone like it?
yeah, yeah.
It's just no, no, stop. You
It's
don't have
that.
a good game. You're garbage.
Yeah. Like it's one guy in the Discord, that Joker, he's annoying. He always attack anybody that says anything about Undisputed. He like go out his way, and I'm thinking he a
Yeah, that
developer or something.
Yeah,
like,
is it the
yeah,
guy that has like TBN in his name?
something like
Yeah, no,
that.
I've blocked that guy.
Yeah.
I've all those guys blocked, man.
Yeah, I blocked them. I be
Uh,
going on the block. I just hate that when you block somebody, they shouldn't even be able to mention you. They'll be trying to
Yeah,
say
no,
something about
should
you
just
and
like
stuff.
tag it out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're right, Leafy. He is dead
yeah,
right. It's like SEI is trying to get boxing gamers to accept a lower bar. Exactly. That's why I said they're not boxing
that's
fans. My
no,
thing is, if you
and
had options, they don't even give us options. That's the part right there. Like you being real disrespectful to the
what
sport of
makes me
boxing. Go ahead.
what makes me like really upset or like yeah, no, upset is Ash was saying he wanted this to be the 2K of boxing. He goes out of his way to hire Will Kinsler. Will Kinsler goes out of his way to get more EA guys to sign on, like Tim Cook
Yup.
from EA UK.
Yep.
And now they're pulling off the EA playbook. So now
Yup.
it's the EA of boxing. They're gonna
Yup.
manipulate the fans, and they're not gonna care about them anymore. It's sad. Ash lost control of his own game.
Yup.
Ash
100%.
lost his vision. It's all
And
about the money now.
yup. And then when they saying it, Ash don't even own his game no more. He's like a
Yeah, no,
in the negative of owning his game. Like I think he's
y-
like a minority owner. He's a minority owner. That is crazy. You made up the idea and it's supposed to be your game, and you let other people come in and snatch it from you.
yeah, he founded his own company. He started his game out of his bedroom with a couple of brothers, and
Yeah.
now he's just another worker
Yup.
working under
Technically. Yup.
working under
Yup.
a control freak.
That's why I be saying I know more about Ash in the video game world than him. And
Yeah.
technically Will, because Will, when he be saying certain stuff or doing certain stuff, he sound like he's an amateur. Sound like all he
Will
know is Fortnite type stuff. That's it.
Will only worked on one combat sports game in his entire career before Undisputed, and that was EA Sports MMA.
And
It's
he
an
didn't
easy
work
game.
on it. He was a moderator
Oh,
for it.
yeah, he that's the only like combat sports game he really has credit for.
Yeah,
I looked at his resume
yeah,
of things he has credit on, and he has credit on Madden, PGA Tour. No disrespect to those games. I like PGA Tour. I like the old Madden. They're
yeah,
not good, but they're okay. But man, why not get Brizzo? Why not get Mike Mahar? Why
yeah,
not get Brian Mazik?
yeah, yeah. That's what
See?
these the guys I was trying to get in there. I was trying to get Brian
Yeah.
Mazik. Brian Mazik is the one that put Ash in my put me on Ash radar, and we talk because me and Brian Mazik we've been friends for a while, and I with Will I put Will in Ash radar. I was thinking Will just was gonna help him with the community. I didn't know Ash was gonna give him a job to touch the game and itself. That ain't what I put asked Will to come over there. Let me see.
Yeah, no, that was a terrible mistake. Terrible fumble. Terrible. Giving him giving him the keys to the castle. Now that castle is a
Yup,
broken down homeless hut. It's crazy.
it is. Yup, 100%. Let me see. May said you can't be good, in my opinion, at a combat sports game if you ain't or wasn't playing games at all. Like if you
Yeah.
just ain't really played no games, then you just know how to make or present a combat sports game. Laughing out loud. In my opinion, Undisputed barely scratches the surface of what we want in a boxing game. Yup. You
Yeah,
100%
no,
right with the barely. Barely.
it's barely better than Fight Night Champion. Just
Yup.
barely better than that. That's all he wanted to do. Make it a little better than Fight Night Champion, and then stop. All right, that's it.
Yup.
Release it.
Yup. That's
You know
exactly.
what's what's crazy? Venom Games made a better boxing game in 9 months than SCI did in 5 years. I played Don King's Prize Fighter a couple nights ago, and that game is actually pretty fun. Like it's better than Undisputed. It's not a bunch of garbage. It doesn't play like crap. I like it. It's better than Undisputed, man. It was only made in 9 months.
Well,
9 months of
yeah.
development.
8. You said 9. I said 8.
8.
But
Wait, was
yeah,
it 8?
but give or take,
Hang on.
give or take.
Yeah,
I was like,
it's somewhere around there.
yeah, because I talked to the guy that was helping the owner of Venom's games, and he was upset that 2K was rushing him. He's like, man, they rushing me. I'm trying to make the best boxing game ever, and they're rushing me. He said, we're trying to compete against Fight Night at the time. He's like, yeah, Fight Night. And he's rushing us. We can't be rushed to try to compete with Fight Night. We need the time. But they rushed it out the door.
Yeah.
Can somebody tell Will
I
he needs
wish
to
2K
fix?
let them take their time.
Yeah. Can somebody tell Will we need to fix the power up, because they're not going to fix mechanics and stuff like that. They're not going to. To them, that's a waste of time right now. Let me see. He can't
Yeah, no,
apparently.
they're just gonna make it.
Let me see that darn power uppercut. They never fixing that punch. Inspector Gadget punch. Ridiculous. Punch of amateurs. Yup.
Yeah,
Rocky on
no.
PlayStation 2 is better than Undisputed.
That's the truth right there. I like the Rocky PSC game. It's arcadey, but it's better than Undisputed. I don't know. I don't know how these games. I don't know how Rocky and Donkey's Prize Fighter are better than Undisputed, when at their core they're not even that great. But they are better than Undisputed,
Yeah.
because Undisputed is just a cash grab.
Yup. Let me see. I wish it was 2K that took the opportunity to make a boxing game in 2019. Yeah,
Yeah,
me
they
too.
should have.
Me too.
When they had Ukes, when he had Ukes working with 2K for the WWE games, 2K should have said, "Hey, Ukes, you're gonna work with Take-Two Interactive. You two are gonna make a new boxing game for us. We're gonna handle getting you the licenses. You guys are gonna be responsible for developing it." Ukes and Take-Two working on a boxing game, chef's kiss. Muy
Yup.
bueno. That would have been
Yup.
amazing.
Yup. I think so too. Yeah, I like to see what
It could
2K
still
can.
happen.
Yeah. Yeah,
It could
true.
still happen because
Yeah.
Ukes. If One Fighting Championship or Bare Knuckle Fighting Championships pick up Ukes, because I think AEW split ways with Ukes after Fight Forever. If they get Ukes on for a combat sports game,
Yeah, that'll be
EA
crazy.
is gonna file for bankruptcy the next morning.
Yup.
That's how good it's gonna be.
Let me see.
Matter of fact, I feel like EA should have picked up Ukes
Me
after
too.
THQ went bankrupt. They should have co-developed UFC games with Ukes and EA. I don't think it would have been as bad as just EA doing all the work.
Yeah. But
Just
then
have EA
2K has
publish, Ukes develop.
who was no, I think one of them was there for about a year and they left out. They broke the contract. They didn't want to be a part of it. It must have been EA. It must have been EA.
For
Goose was there for a short time. They couldn't
oh,
come
with
to.
the first EA UFC game.
Yeah, I think they
Hang
couldn't
on,
work with them.
I remember seeing something about that, but let me double check. I'll check like I know the Wikipedia had something about
Yeah.
that. There's something I read.
Yeah. Mike Adams
I
said,
read
yeah,
through a lot of this.
yeah, I like to see what 2K can do with a boxing title. It seems we are cursed for boxing games. No, it's because a lot of people are not speaking up. Because they gotta realize that boxing game and video gaming in general has grown up. Nobody wants that arcade stuff. As an option, yeah, but not as the base game, especially in sports games. Let me see. They can give. you at least some small feeling of what you are looking for. Maybe just a clean punch landing with weight, laughing out loud, could be that small a reason why those games feel better. Yeah. Yeah, hit the like buttons, please. Everybody that's here, even the shadow watchers, please hit the like button. I know I got
Yeah.
developers here. There's our developers here, and there are people in the gaming industry that come and watch this show. So please hit the like buttons. Y'all don't have to make it known that y'all here, but please hit the like button. The show would definitely
Yeah,
probably pick up.
unfortunately.
Good.
Oh, yeah, I'm reading the chat. And AJ Pax and Mike Adams are talking about the Fight Forever game for AEW. Unfortunately, AEW pushed Ukes to use Unreal Engine 5, so Ukes couldn't like they learned the engine, but they couldn't really like make it work well for them because they didn't have a full grasp on it. If AEW said they could use like their old SmackDown engine, or just any engine that they actually had and could reuse for that AEW game, we'd be. I think they'd be making Fight Forever 2 right now, but I think AEW is going to split ways with Ukes, unfortunately, even though AEW did that to themselves and messed up the great thing with Ukes. But yeah, no, if Fight
Yeah,
Forever was built upon a Ukes in-house engine, it'd be a completely different game.
yeah. I think youths they have to find developers that know the newer engines because it seems like youths are stuck on the older engines. They gotta step up. Like I'm thinking that's what Aimbot did with SCI. I think he went to learn Unreal Engine because they keeping them on for some reason.
Ye-
I know they ain't keeping them on as a monitor of the chat.
Yeah,
Everything I think was AEW any good that game? It looked pretty good. I mean, looked pretty crazy. That's what Mike Adams said. AJ Pack said
yeah,
AEW was unfinished, almost the same thread as Undisputed. Yeah. My thing is, what is what can we expect from this? This month thing, can we really expect from Steel City? They're not advertising anything, they're not giving us any clues. At least with EA, they gave us clues early of what we might be able to expect. It means the whole thing with AEW Utes and Visual Concepts and 2K, Utes got ran out. And this might also end up being the case with Undisputed Brand and SCI that Poe keeps alluding to. I think I'm thinking being that Ash don't really own as much of his studio as he want, they might even change the whole name. Whoever like really has the
yeah,
highest amount to it.
yeah. They can't call it Undisputed 2. Undisputed has a bad taste, and they can't have SCI work on it because SCI has a bad taste. So I think they're just gonna have to find a new studio or rename the whole studio and call it something completely different. I think that's the only way they could find success. Even
Yeah,
if the underlying people are still there, they have to change up things a lot. But maybe what JPEX is saying is right. Maybe SCI will get ran out of the Undisputed IP and someone else will take it up. Maybe 2K will buy the Undisputed IP off of SCI and get licenses transferred over to them. I could see that happening. Hopefully that happens. Obviously, in a perfect world, that happened, but we don't live in a perfect world.
yeah,
So we'll just have to see what the future holds. But I hope that
yeah,
future is good.
yeah.
I'm
Because
tired of this.
a lot of people want EA to get the IP, but I don't want EA to get the.
No,
No, I don't want EA.
no.
And my
EA messed
thing,
up my beloved UFC franchise. Do
yeah,
not let them make boxing games again, man.
yeah, and
They
I
messed up
want
mixed martial arts.
no, I want
Don't
them
let
to
that
make a
come.
boxing game, but their own. Because the more games we have, the more it makes companies challenge each other to make better games.
Yeah,
We get back
I
to
think
that
we'll get
era.
a.
Yeah,
We might have a Zuffa boxing game from EA once the roster gets more stacked. But yeah,
yeah,
don't sell Undisputed's IP to EA. That's the last thing I want to see.
yeah. Me neither. I don't want to see that. They're just trying to bomb though. They tried twice to
Yeah, they
bomb.
were trying to. That was the scary thing back then. They were trying to buy them out.
Yeah.
If
When
they bought
both,
them out, the whole game would have been shelved.
yeah. Mike Adams said when both fighters throw punches at the same time, the game seems to fall apart, undisputed. But I remember in the beginning that two people could get knocked out at the same time. I remember that. If y'all throw the punch at the same time at the right angle or something, both of y'all could get knocked down or knocked out. I was like, yo, I was liking that. And they took it out. My thing too, that's the part about when people keep asking for vulnerability, people don't know what vulnerability means. That's vulnerability. That you could get knocked out at any time and you fear that. You can't implement that into a fighter. Like you want the boxer to do what? If he's throwing punches that can hurt you and make you do certain things, that's the vulnerability there. Let me see. I'm precisely said, yeah, if they call it Undisputed 2, that won't sell. They need to find a new name. They better not go back to ESBC. The name ESBC. Beast like that name. That sounded generic. I was saying that if anybody know, I used to say that in the beginning. I was like, ESBC. That sounds generic. That sounds like it's a esports game. And it wasn't supposed to be esports. It was going to have esports was going to be a part of the game. It wasn't going to be the main part of the game, but it was going to be a part of the game. Let me see. They removed it. There was a bug. Instead of fixing it, the culture at SCI is to remove and forget about it. Y'all, I saw that early. A lot of people didn't notice it. They kept saying, hey, the inside fighting didn't look right. I think they just saying that. I guess I'm thinking Will said, if we give him inside fighting, we give him clinching, then what do you got for the next game? Better clinching and
It,
better inside fighting? Yo, like, why remove it?
yeah,
That ain't make no sense. They stopped working on it.
yeah,
Even EA developers. See, when they keep saying EA developers, even EA developers saying, why did they remove the inside fighting? Why did they remove the clinching? Why did they remove the referee inside the ring? It says modern technology. I mean, it's a modern era. Referees should be in the ring. You see it in WWE, you see it in all these other sports games. But
yeah,
they took it out so it could be something major when they get to another game. You got to think and make sure that your first game is your best game. And then usually the first game is the best game, and then the game start getting worse. I mean, it fall off a little bit after. But their first game was the worst, and now you're trying to build off of a bad game. That's crazy.
yeah, yeah. So the only thing I could think of where the first game was really good and it kept getting even better was UFC Undisputed. Like 2009 was really good, 2010 was great, and Undisputed 3 was elite.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I've seen where every game was like, first game was like amazing, and then the second and third game topped it.
And
EA
then it
can't do
started
nothing
going
like
down.
that.
Yeah.
The-
Then with EA, they did, I think, one game out of the UFC games that looked decent. Like you thought they was getting it together, and then it's like nothing really started changing too much.
yeah, EA UFC 3, that was the first EA MMA game that I really like. I play it now on my Xbox, but I've seen a lot of trailers for it, and the technology they put into that looks really good. Like they had the potential to just destroy Undisputed 3. They had something really good going with Jeff
Yeah,
Harrower.
yeah,
Jeff was a great guy. He loved MMA. He was trying to make it realistic.
yeah.
But unfortunately, he had to leave for Sony Santa Monica, and then we got a new guy in place directing it. And yeah, we're not gonna get that level of passion that Jeff had or Ukes
Yeah,
had.
yeah, you made my point about Steel City had games behind it. Not only boxing games, you had games in general that you could use ideas from to make a better game. Like,
Yeah, you
yup,
could easily.
yup. So all that, it's our first game. It doesn't hold up. Mike Adams said Undisputed has so many bugs and glitches. Yup, yup. They got so many bugs. It's like a piece, like a turd, with all the flies flying around it. It's like it's a piece of turd, man. It's
They haven't
crazy.
flushed it yet. They're just letting it grow. They're
Yeah.
just letting it grow and grow and grow. It's like its own living organism now.
He said, I can see SCI getting bought out definitely. I think
Here
if
comes
they,
EA for a new Fight Night revival.
yeah, but I
I
think,
don't want that to happen,
yeah,
but it might. It might.
it's kind of hard for a company to buy the game the way it is now. I think if they're going to buy it, they'd have bought it in the beginning. The way it is now, I
Yeah.
don't think no company want to risk buying the game.
Yeah,
They
but now
make it.
that now
Yeah,
that Ashley isn't own Steel City, I think the people that actually have full ownership, they might be trying to get rid of this IP off of Steel City Interactive. They might be trying to just boot the company out as a whole. I don't see them doing an Undisputed 2. They have to call it something completely different. That being said, though, they are working on Undisputed 2, but they have to call it something that's not Undisputed 2, or else it's going to fail again.
yeah. But this is something that I did my research on as for a conversation. I was looking at all the games that failed and then they did good. And there was a lot of games that their first game was bad, and then they came out with other games that did good. And I was like, all right, I can't remember exactly the games, but there was a lot of games that failed on their first attempt, and then they did great. And people keep saying their first game. Yeah, that's why I got the idea of looking for that. Because when people keep saying it's their first game, so I looked up on chat. I said, give me the name of companies that it was their first game and they were successful. And it gave me a long list of games that were successful. So that takes away the idea of it's their first game, because people keep saying that it's their first game, it's their first game. And my thing is, they argue with me about stuff like this. And I'm like, you arguing with somebody that was technically in the industry and not in a big part, but I was in there listening, gathering information. And my thing is,
Yeah.
and I was talking to people while they were making Undisputed. Like I was talking to people from EA. The people that Ash talking about, he talked to, Ash said, yeah, I talked to people from EA and 2K. I think he was trolling me for some reason, but he probably was talking to newer people that got fired or they no longer work there after 3 or 4 years. I'm talking to people that's been working at EA for decades. Those are my friends. Those are the people that I know. I don't know the people that's been working there for like 4 or 5 years and then EA let them go because they was there for contract work. So I know what I be
Yeah.
talking about. Let me see. I'm gonna read some of my posts that I have made. Random thought, what's up? He said, fight night. Yup, fight night.
No,
What
dude,
time
no,
is it?
no, no. Get rid of those exclamation marks
No, he talking about boxing in
in
general.
your comment, dude. Come on now, come on.
No, he ain't talking about the game. He talking about
Oh,
the
my bad,
games
my
fight.
bad,
Because I thought the same thing at
my
first. I'm like,
bad,
oh,
my
tonight
bad, my bad.
I think I'm gonna do probably about 15 or 20 more minutes, and then I'm gonna go start watching because it's about to be 7 o'clock. And most of the fights probably just starting. So
Yeah, hang on. I think I could see the zone on. Oh wait, I have that.
they got
I'm
it.
gonna pull up the fights right now as we talk on the show.
The
Hold up, let me see. Boom.
prelims already starting.
Let me see.
No ref, no clinch. Bothers me a lot. Yeah, it bothers me.
Oh, I have to pay for it. Heck no, I'm not paying no money for that. I thought it was free for my membership. Free. Oh, I think the prelims are up right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Hang on.
read this. I'm gonna read my script
Yeah,
real
yeah, yeah.
quick.
There's fights right now.
Yeah, it's on YouTube, right?
Okay.
I'm gonna read my script real quick, and then
Yeah,
I'm gonna.
YouTube, but I'm watching it on Prime Video.
Oh, okay. Yeah, let me. Oh, I got Prime too. Let me see. I'm gonna read through my script real quick, and then I'm gonna start watching the fight, y'all. Let me see. All right. Let me read the conversation, y'all. Right? I mean the script. The conversations that's being shut down. Let's start here. When older gamers speak up, the conversation is often you're stuck in the past. Games have moved on. You just don't get modern games. That's not engagement, that's dismissal. Older gamers aren't asking for nostalgia, they're asking for respect for accumulated knowledge. These are people who watch boxing across multiple eras, play boxing games from the earliest consoles onward, understand how the sport evolved, not just how it looks today. Treating that experience as irrelevant isn't progress, it's arrogance. Boxing fans versus the targeted audience. Here's what things get here's where things get uncomfortable. Modern boxing games increasingly feel like they're designed around boxing fans, not for them. Boxing fans notice when strategy is flattened, when styles blur together, when outcomes feel detached from boxing logic, yet they're told you're not the targeted audience. That's a problem because if boxing fans aren't the targeted audience for a boxing game, then what exactly is being made? A boxing themed product, a fight game with glove, a highlight simulator? At some point, the genre has to answer that question honestly. Undisputed and the direction question. Let's talk about Undisputed, not as a attack, but as a case study. Undisputed represents a crossroad. On one hand, it brought boxing back into the mainstream conversations. It showed demand was still there. On the other hand, it exposed how fragile the genre foundation really is. What fans are reacting to isn't just bugs or missing features, they're reacting to directional uncertainty. And is the goal to simulate boxing as a sport or to simplify boxing into something most broadly consumable? Because those are two different futures. The quiet disrespect for the sport itself. This part matters. Boxing is one of the most layered, strategic, and psychological demand sport in existence. Yet in video game form is often treated as a spectacle first, a system second, a sport last. When boxing is reduced to constant action, endless exchanges, uniform behavior, it stopped representing boxing. That's not modernization, that's dilution. And boxing fans see it immediately. Why older gamers feel pushed aside? Older gamers aren't asking for control of the genre. They're asking not to be talked down to. Many of them support offline death, value long form modes, appreciate systems that reward patience and intelligence. When those preferences are labeled as outdated, anti fun, bad for engagement, that's not a creative disagreement. That's a cultural dismissal. And it creates a divide that doesn't need to exist. The risk of ignoring the foundation. Here's the warning sign studios should pay attention to. When older gamers disengage, boxing purists boxing purists stop contributing. Longtime fans stop giving feedback. The genre doesn't evolve, it shrinks. You don't replace foundational fans, you build on top of them. Every strong franchise understands this, except boxing games, which keeps trying to reinvent themselves by cutting loose the very people who carried the genre when it had no mainstream support. I'm gonna stop there and I'm about to start watching the fights. You got anything you want to say, Leafy, before we cut the show? I don't hear nothing you saying. All right, you did the sign language. I can't hear you.
All right.
Okay, there you go.
Shout out to my sparring instructor. Thank you for keeping me honest during our sparring last night. It was pretty fun. Learned some new stuff. Shout out to who else I want to shout out? Shout out Poe. Shout out Poe for doing the show today. Thank you for having me on for a little bit before the fights come on tonight for the fight night. And shout out to everyone who came up here to support us. Community, we do this for the community, and we appreciate seeing you guys in here every day for Poe's show. So thank you for keeping it up, staying around, getting those view numbers up. And yeah, that's about it.
All right. Salute, Leafy. See you next time,
Salute.
man.
Yep, sounds good.
All right. Salute to the chat. Appreciate y'all coming through. Salute to anybody that's see this video later. I might hop back on after the fights. But salute to all of y'all that showed up. I appreciate you, Mike Adams, Random Thoughts. AJ Pax, salute to you, AJ Pax. Shout out to Blaster X. I appreciate you, man, for popping in. Dad, the first prelim. Oh man, I'm missing it. Shout out to I'm precisely. Shout out to who else popped in here. Oh, shout out to Made. He came through today. Shout out to everybody. I might do a show after the fights, but salute to everybody and peace. And I thank all the developers that watch this podcast. I appreciate y'all. Hopefully the show get better. Hopefully. Peace.